Yep, you've seen that right. Persona 4 is getting a remake. I think everybody knew in the back of their minds that we'd be getting another remake from Atlus, and that just so happened to be the 4th entry in the series. Obviously, there was so much demand when it came to Persona getting its own remake, and we finally got that with Reload. And so it only makes sense that Atlus would go for Persona 4, given that, you know, they have the assets there. They pretty much have everything they need to swiftly make another remake. This is going to be a really interesting one to talk about, so if you haven't already, do not forget to like the video and subscribe to keep up to date with anything JRPG related in the future. Now, this is something that happened very recently. Scrambled Faz over on Twitter was quick to point out that this registration was made just a few hours ago as of this recording. Now, the reason why this is so important, and Faz even mentions this, is the fact that this happened with Persona 3 Reload as well. Shortly after the registration of Persona 3 Reload's domain, which was only a couple of months, the game was officially announced. And it seems like with Persona 4, this was really a matter of time. Now, this remake in comparison to Reload does have a lot more pushback, and it's not really surprising. I mean, it is understandable. Persona 3 was a game that really, and I mean really, needed it. The original, along with the FES version, was stuck on the PS2. And prior to Reload, the only real way that you could play these games besides actually getting the console itself was through emulation. And now with the Persona 4 remake, a lot of people are asking questions like if this remake is actually necessary, or just straight up saying, you know, hey, Golden is completely fine, right? But you know, the fact of the matter remains that a Persona 4 remake domain has been registered. And going off of very recent history, when you're talking about Persona 3 Reload, it wouldn't even be crazy to suggest that this reveal could be happening as early as the Switch 2 presentation on April 2nd. And if not then, the likelihood that we'll be seeing this game this year is extremely high. You know, I know some are bummed that we're still not seeing anything from Persona 6. We keep getting all of these remake announcements and rumors and leaks, but still nothing on Persona 6, the big mainline game that everybody is waiting for. A Persona 4 remake is definitely not necessary, definitely not as necessary as Persona 3 Reload was, but I still wouldn't count it out. You know, I'm excited for Persona 6. I think we're all gonna be blown away when it eventually gets revealed and released, and I don't think anybody has to worry about, you know, these remakes taking away time from Persona 6. I do think that while Persona 4 Remake isn't necessary, it's definitely a welcome addition to the series. And yeah, I mean, this is also my favorite Persona in the series, so of course I would love to see it get a definitive version, because yeah, while Golden is the better version of Persona 4, I do not think that it makes the game perfect or even brings it to its full potential. I think there is just so much more that you can add, and if Persona 5 Royal and Persona 3 Reload are anything to go off of, Persona 4 can absolutely go with an overhaul in many aspects. Obviously, when it comes to its graphics, its dungeon crawling and dungeon design, its social links and RPG systems, and those very outdated, awkward social events that would happen during the story that I think a potential remake can definitely make some revisions to. Now, to address the elephant in the room, it is important to clarify that this is a remake of the original Persona 4, not of Persona 4 Golden. This probably won't come as a surprise to any Atlus fan out there, but this is still worth noting if this leak is anything to go off of. Of course, we all know that Atlus loves milking their content and milking their games for everything that they're worth. It has happened time and time again with Persona especially. Most recently, we've seen it happen with Persona 3 Reload with its episode Igus DLC, which was an adaptation of the Answer storyline in Persona 3 FES. And well, what a surprise, it is happening yet again with Persona 4 Remake. Man, you gotta love Atlus. All is to say that, you know, while it may not be completely necessary, I would still very much like to see a Persona 4 Remake. I think with the leak that we have here now, we can very much count on this being a real game, something that is coming fairly soon. It obviously makes sense with what Atlus has been doing recently, and it's probably just to hold us down until Persona 6 can finally get officially revealed. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about all of this down below. How do you feel about getting a Persona 4 remake so soon after Persona 3 Reload? Be sure to let me know all of that and more down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one.